Most likely you're not using actually good website hosting, and whether it's now, whether it's later, that is going to cost you tens of thousands to possibly hundreds of thousands of dollars. No, I am not hyping this issue up. I am being legit, and I'm going to explain exactly why this is. As well, I am going to go through the best web hosting companies there are in the world, because if you're using GoDaddy, if you're using HostGator, or if you're using or looking at other YouTubers and other people who are promoting these really cheap, really great hosting providers, the clock is ticking, because they are almost all of them are horrible. They have lots of downtime. They are not speedy for load time, and a bunch of other things are wrong with them, so stay tuned. So the first most important things I'm going to go through right here are why you need actually good website hosting. The first thing is, all of these factors here dictate your conversions, dictate your profits, dictate how much your site is up, and dictate whether or not your customers or users of whatever you have hosted are going to be able to easily use what you got going on. So if you're using a subpar hosting provider, let's say 10% of the time your website's down, you're doing a promotion, you're running ads, you're doing whatever, 10% of the time you are losing money, and that could be big money. Number two, for every extra second or few milliseconds your site takes to load, aka lower load time speed, that also decreases your conversions and literally makes you lose money. Number three, the time to actually manage your servers takes time and money. And that's just the beginning of why you need to have actually good web hosting, because otherwise you're going to spend a ton of time, money, energy, and waste on the stuff of web hosting you should not have to worry about. So if you're using cheap web hosting like Bluehost or GoDaddy, you name it, you're probably going to spend way more money trying to fix stuff than compared to just using a slightly more expensive but way better hosting option. Go ahead and use the information however you will. Now, what I want to do, number two, is go through, okay, so there's a lot of bad hosting options that have lots of downtime that are super cheap because they're unreliable and can cost you a ton of money. So what are the best web hosting solutions online actually? And I want you to know that these web hosting solutions, these web hosting companies I'm going to go through right now, I'm actually a customer of. I actively have my stuff hosted on these websites. You can take a look at all the other YouTubers and people in general who recommend sources and review different hosting companies and different business tools. And 90% of the time, because you can check the type of hosting they're using, 90% of the time they don't use what they recommend. So without further ado, number two, here are the three main web hosting companies I recommend because I'm an actual user. Number one is going to be Liquid Web. Now, why is Liquid Web the best? Why should you consider becoming a Liquid Web customer? And what makes Liquid Web different than any other hosting company literally in the world? And why is it so good? We actually did a 5,000, 6,000 word review on Liquid Web. Right here, all of these features and all of these benefits, I'll condense them into what Liquid Web does differently than everyone else. Number one, all of Liquid Web's servers are dedicated and fully managed. This means that all the updates, fine-tuning, you name it, is all completely taken care of for you. Number two, they have a 100% uptime guarantee, meaning your website will be up, guaranteed always. And they're able to do this because they have what's called redundant servers, which means if your website goes down, it will automatically be transferred to another server. Number three, their storage capability and their speed is above basically every other hosting company we've ever tested. You have large amounts of storage available to you, and they have a dedicated hosting package at a variety of price points that will fit your budget guaranteed, and that will fit your actual needs. So say you have an e-commerce site, say you just want a WordPress site, you name it, they have selective packages just for exactly what you need, literally. I'll leave a link in the description of this video for you to go ahead and check out the full review. It is insane what they offer and what they actually provide. Number two is going to be KnownHost. KnownHost is a slightly lower quality but more affordable option. So if you want a GoDaddy, if you want a Bluehost that is actually good, that also has a 99.99% uptime, that is also extremely fast, and that is just a better quality than those kind of service providers, KnownHost is going to be another option for you. And yes, I will leave a link in the description to go ahead and have you be able to check out KnownHost and see why it's rated very, very highly and why it's among the best hosting providers in the world. Now, we have WPX, which I'll go over next, which is number 2 technically in our review, but personally, I view KnownHost as number 2, then WPX. A last note, KnownHost is basically an all-in-one great service at an affordable price. So if, again, you want WordPress hosting, or you're in a commerce site and you're an agency, you name it, you just have a passion you want to promote, you name it, whatever it is, KnownHost is a good, solid, more affordable option for you to take a look at. Finally, we have WPX Hosting, which is another great hosting company. All these have been around for at least a minimum of 5 to 10 years, if not more. Now, Liquid Web has been around for, I believe, since 1998 or 1999, which is incredible. But they all are solid companies that are running profitably and that offer great value, uptime, speed, reliability, everything you actually need in an actually good website hosting provider or website hosting company. Now, what is different about WPX that really makes it also stand out as a number 2, number 3, you mix it up, a number 3 or number 2 option for you to take a look at? Well, as you know, the vast majority of websites, I believe it's around 60 to like 70% of all websites on the internet, something like that, all run on WordPress. So most likely, if you're watching this video, you are looking into or want to host a website, a page builder, a website builder, you name it, by using WordPress or using WordPress as a base. Well, WPX has hosting especially designed around and used for WordPress hosting. So if you're thinking about using WordPress, Liquid Web and KnownHost do have hosting packages for WordPress. But if you want a specific WordPress hosting option, you should take a look at WPX because they're absolutely excellent. And I will also, again, leave a link in the description to take a look at a review or to take a look at our affiliate links to see if any of these, to you, in your opinion, seem like good hosting companies. And again, I just want you to know that we are actual customers of all these sources, and we've actually tested them against other hosting providers to see how fast they run, how much downtime they have, you name it. And those are the 3 best website hosting providers we've tested and proven after being in business for well over 10 years. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and hopefully I'll see you in another video very soon. And of course, in the description of this video, I will leave links to join and check out our reviews of those web hosting companies.